If I could go back and sit down with the version of myself before I got my CDLs, a few things that I would want to tell her. Trucking isn't bad, and I don't regret getting my CDL at all. Actually, getting it truly opened doors for me that wouldn't have been opened otherwise. So if you're thinking about getting your CDL, already in CDL school, or considering trucking as a career, this video is for you. And make sure that you stay until the end, because I'm gonna tell you about one thing I believe matters more than the CDL itself. Now, before we get started, let me say this. I'm not on here to discourage anybody. Honestly, I strongly support people creating opportunities for themselves. I still drive a dump truck to this day, okay? I've owned a dump truck business. I've worked other jobs also in the pharmaceutical industry, sales, insurance, human resources, and I can honestly say that trucking changed my life the most out of all of those. But I do think that the truth deserves to be told. The first thing I wish I knew is that getting your CDL is not the finish line, okay? It's just a starting point. It's exciting, but it's also only the beginning. Getting your CDL simply gives you access to opportunities. What you do with the opportunities is what matters the most. You still got to learn along the way. You need to get tons of experience and continue to build confidence on these roads out here. Just remember that your CDL opens doors for you. You still got to walk through them. And number two, this is a big one, okay? Before I got into trucking, I thought trucking was just trucks, right? Baby, no, that is not how that goes. You got dump trucks, flatbeds, tanker trucks, reefer trucks. Whether you want to go over the road or local or have a dedicated route, the list goes on and on. One trucking job can look completely different from another. That's why I always tell people, don't just ask if trucking is right for you. Research and see what type of trucking you want to be in. Third tip. You are going to have bad days. I hate to break it to you, okay? Your equipment might break down, work might get canceled on you, traffic is terrible, you might be tired. I mean, it's just gonna feel like everything is going wrong all at the same time. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you've made a mistake by entering the industry. I mean, every career has its challenges. So trucking is just not any different. You just gotta learn how to handle them. I've seen experienced truckers struggle. I've seen people with less experience succeed. One of the biggest differences to me, is attitude. Can you stay professional? Can you stay calm under pressure? Are you teachable? You know, can you accept feedback? You know what I'm saying? Do you actually want to show up? Those things matter more than people realize. It can either make it easier or hard for you to work with. Let's talk about money, because everybody want to talk about how much truck drivers actually make, but don't nobody want to talk about what happens after you actually get the paycheck in your account. What I wish somebody would have told me sooner is that making money and keeping money are two totally different skill sets. Whether you're a company driver or entrepreneur or getting your truck, it don't matter. You have to learn how to manage money. That lesson goes far beyond trucking. And actually, that brings me to something very important. If you're thinking about starting a business one day, whether that's in trucking or something else, I created a free entrepreneur readiness scorecard on my website. It'll help you identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and things that you may need to work on before jumping into business ownership. It's completely free. You can go grab it on my website at JackieIJ.com. I highly recommend taking it, because sometimes the biggest things holding us back is not money, it's preparation. Now, let's talk about something positive. Because I just want to make sure that this video doesn't go super negative or down the wrong road, okay? Trucking definitely creates opportunity, right? I've met people from all walks of life, from totally different backgrounds, different ages. They got different backstories. And trucking truly helped them to create a better future for themselves. That's why I still believe in this industry. It's not perfect by any means, trust me, but there is definitely opportunity out here. And this one's huge. I used to think confidence came first. It does not. Action comes first, then confidence follows after that. Nobody feels completely ready. Nobody knows everything. You learn by doing. You grow by doing. That's the only way to get better. And that's true whether you're driving a truck, whether you are trying to start a business, or just in life in general. If you're serious about trucking, entrepreneurship, or building a legacy for yourself, check out my website at JackieIJ.com. So if you already got your CDL, what's one thing you wish somebody would have told you before you got started? And if you still scared, if you still a little bit scared, tell me what your biggest concern is still right now. Drop it in the comments. Trust me, I'm gonna read them. I respond to them. And your question might actually be in a future video. I'll see you soon.